5, 4, 3, 2.
I know, you see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Live life, breathe air, I know somehow we're gonna get there and feel so wonderful. It's all for real, I'm telling you just how I feel. So wake up the members of my nation, it's your time to be. There's no chance unless you take one, and the time to see the brighter side of every situation. Some things are meant to be, so give me your best and leave the rest to me. Leave it all to me, leave it all to me, just leave it all to me.
Welcome back to Kickin' It Live and Winter.
Today we'll take a look at indoor activities, wrestling, and the state of the city.
The UAHS Book Club is sponsoring the Read Contest, where students can win the opportunity to have lunch with Neil Shusterman.
Information about book club and the contest can be found on Schoology. The club meets once a month on Fridays. Contact President Maggie Morris or Vice President Hannah Sharp for further details.
State of the City takes place every year to recognize members of our community. Let's take a further look.
State of the City is an annual event where community members come together to discuss and celebrate what's happened the previous year and what's up and coming for the next year. Last week, the event was held on Monday, January 23rd. To begin the evening, there was a community fair in the main lobby of the municipal building that featured exhibits from city departments and various community groups. After the fair, the community members gathered for a performance presented by some of the UAHS Wizard of Oz cast, a Focus on the Future presentation, and for the announcing of the community awards.
Next, State of the Schools is at the high school on Monday at 6 p.m.
This is a final reminder that AP test forms are due today.
Also, juniors and seniors who have a GPA of 3.75 or higher may pick up a National Honor Society application in the Counseling Center.
Students need their school ID to pick up an application, and the deadline is February 6th. Now to Emmett Spence with sports.
Welcome back to sports.
In an epic game on Tuesday, the boys basketball Bears upset Westerville South 68-67 on a Max Marks buzzer beater.
The Golden Bears weren't the only basketball upset on Tuesday. In NCAA b-ball, number 1 Villanova, number 2 Kansas, and number 4 Kentucky all took an L.
This was the first time in over 5 years that 3 of the top 4 teams all lost on the same night.
Girls basketball celebrates senior night tonight at 7:30 when they take on Central Crossing at home.
Congrats to the seniors on their final game at good old UA. The Golden Grapplers competed last night against Marysville, unfortunately returning with the first loss of their season.
Let's take a look at how their season's going so far.
Upper Arlington Wrestling has had a history of great success. There are many different league, district, and regional championships, along with 4 state champions. But without a state champ since '97, the wrestlers are working hard to have a great season and a title when it's all over. I talked with sophomore Holden Freeman about how the season is going so far.
Pretty good. We're undefeated in duels so far this year. We've done pretty well during most of our tournaments. We just finished up a tournament down in Gahanna, Lincoln, where we went completely undefeated. We're facing Tays Valley, which we beat in the tournament last week, and Marysville. Tays Valley will determine whether we go to states or not, and that should be a good challenge.
Holden also tells us how historic the start to the season has been.
This is one of the best starts we've had in about 30 years. So, yeah.
This has been Spencer Reeder for WARL.
The wrestling team will compete in Toledo this weekend against Perrysburg High School.
Last Friday, the girls swimmers were led to victory at CSG with pool records set by Dakota Elliott and Katie Trace. And they celebrated senior night on Saturday, taking the W against Olentangy.
On the boys' senior night, Parker Neary also set a pool record for the 500 freestyle race.
Our athlete of the week is Parker Neary, who recently committed to the University of Texas for swimming.
So you just recently committed to swimming college. What was the experience of committing and scouting like?
Yeah, so I committed to the University of Texas right before the start of swim season. For the recruitment process, I started to talk to coaches and programs at the end of the summer going into my senior year. So from that point until pretty much the start of swim season, I was talking to coaches, visiting colleges, just trying to find the college that best fit me personally. I took 3 official visits to the Ohio State University, University of Texas, and William & Mary out in Virginia. University of Texas was my last official visit that I took, and it was the one that stood out by far. They kind of contacted me pretty late into the recruiting process. It kind of came out of nowhere. I had no idea that I was going to be recruited by that good of a program. But yeah, I took an official visit there, and I pretty much made my decision once I stood on campus. I loved it so much.
That's great. What are you looking forward to most as you finish out your last season with UA?
Personally, I have a couple times that I want to go, but I want to get the 200 free record, school and pool, beat the pool record that I already have, and then I want to just do a personal best in the 500. I have the pool and school record for that, so I just want to look for personal improvements. And for the team, one goal that we have is the 400 free relay. We want to get the pool record for that and maybe even the school record. Both of the records are actually set by one of our coaches, JJ Spangler, so it's a little more motivating to try to beat his record.
That's awesome. So do you have any advice for anybody some of the younger swimmers looking to get into UA Aquatics?
Yeah, for swimmers and just athletes in general, just don't be afraid going into the program. When you go into it, you might be nervous of not being the best there. When I was a freshman and even in middle school, I was the worst swimmer in my team by far. And just if you apply yourself and put some concentration to it and work hard, you'll see improvements. And I am where I am now because I wasn't afraid of working hard or trying to push my limits, and now I'm going to swim in college.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on the show today. Now let's kick it back to me and Spence with sports.
Usain Bolt was stripped of one of his 9 gold medals on Wednesday.
Bolt's relay teammate, Jamaica's Nesta Carter, was found to be doping at the 2008 Beijing Olympics.
As for upcoming UA games, the boys varsity hockey team plays Dublin-Kaufman on Saturday at 7, and the girls varsity basketball will compete against Dublin-Scioto next Tuesday at 7 as well.
That's all for sports this week. Now let's kick it back to Lex and Audrey with some lifestyle news.
Thanks, Simon Spence.
On Monday, the Oscar nominees were announced, with La La Land receiving 14 total nods, tying the all-time nominations record.
Also, on Monday, Disney announced the title to its next Star Wars film. The Last Jedi is expected to be released in theaters on December 15th this year.
If you thought the title The Last Jedi signaled the end of the series, don't worry. A 9th Star Wars episode is scheduled for 2019.
Elise and Lily explored some eats and entertainment CBUS has to offer.
Brassica is a Mediterranean restaurant in the Short North area of High Street that takes pride in their house-made pita and organic toppings.
Got some chicken, got some spicy carrots, got some brassica, which are the little leaves, and then some hummus at the very end. And these are the fries. This is the special sauce. It's very good.
Brassica is set to open a Lane Avenue location by the end of 2017. Clay Cafe is a paint-your-own pottery studio. No experience is necessary to take a class, and sign-ups are available online through email or by calling the studio directly. If you're looking for a cheaper smoothie alternative to Zest, Smoothie King is new to Fifth Avenue. They offer a variety of health-conscious flavors to satisfy any craving. Get Air Trampoline Park is a great way to exercise while having fun, offering trampoline floors and walls, slacklines, bouldering, foam pits, obstacle courses, and more. This has been Elise Schaefer and Lily Walsh for WARL.
If you're looking for more Columbus activities, go to nbc4i.com and click on the Things to Do calendar under the Community tab.
The City of Upper Arlington is looking to fill approximately 50 job openings for seasonal employment.
Representatives will be available outside of the East Cafe during lunch periods on Wednesday and Friday next week and on Monday, February 6th.
During this time, students can use their laptops to begin the application process.
There are additional employment opportunities for students on the jobs board in the main hallway between the main office and the school store.
I'll be looking for a new job. On Tuesday, Bob Evans announced that they sold off their restaurant division for $565 million to Golden Gate Capital.
That is the same company that owns Red Lobster, California Pizza Kitchen, and the Macaroni Grill. Bob Evans will continue to sell their packaged food products that can be found in grocery stores.
Employees learned that the popular Riverside Drive Bob Evans is closing April 23rd. Those early morning and bonding breakfasts and student employment at this location will be the thing of the past.
Next week, we'll take a look at students FaceTiming teachers, the Super Bowl, and boys basketball.
That's all for our 18th show of the year.
Stay casual, UA!